Hello everyone and welcome to our new episode of the Expat Career and Lifestyle podcast. This is Dominika, your host, and our special guest today is Stephanie Ward, founder of Firefly Coaching, business and marketing mentor for entrepreneurs and small business owners. Stephanie is known for helping business owners get clear about their businesses and generating marketing ideas. Her passion is to help her clients make a living doing what they love. She does this by combining her business and marketing background, her coaching skills, as well as her own experience. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you, Dominika. I'm very happy to be here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very much for being with us today. And please tell us more about yourself and what are you doing?
Well, I am originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma in the U.S., and I lived in a few places before I moved to the Netherlands in 1999 to be with my Dutch love. And I've got my business with helping small business owners get more visibility, find more clients, and grow their business.
Great. So today we are going to speak about business model. So if you can tell us exactly what is a business model?
That's a great question. And a lot of people sometimes get that confused with business plan because they sound very similar. And a business plan is much, much bigger. A business model is simply how your business makes money. So how you deliver value in exchange for money. And it's basically the revenue streams that you have in your business, the different revenue streams, how much you charge for those, and then how many clients you think will buy those, so that you have an overview of, for example, for 1 year, what your goal is for your business to reach a certain amount of money.
Mm-hmm. So it's like about having financial goals in your business, yeah?
It is about financial goals, and it's also much more than that because it's really fun. That's the good news. Business model sounds so serious, and can be so much fun because it is about financial goals, but it's also about the people you want to serve. So your who and what you want to deliver to your people. So your what. And so you're really thinking deeply about the kinds of revenue streams, which could be different programs, products, services, combinations of those things, and how they can help your community and the people that you serve. So it is much more than just saying, okay, I want to make 50,000 euros a year or $70,000 a year. It's about thinking, how can I deliver the most value to my clients, in what format, and who are they? And then that will show up in an end number. And you can work it both ways. You can say, you can start with a goal of I want to earn a certain X amount of dollars, and then go look at the different possibilities for revenue streams and back into it. So you can work it both ways, forwards and backwards.
Mm-hmm. So why exactly do I need a business model in my business?
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, the funny thing is, a lot of business owners, they're so passionate about the work they do, they often don't even think about it. They just say, okay, I've got this thing I want to do. I want to help the people, and they go out there. The problem is, if you don't have a business model, it's like trying to drive a boat on a lake in the dark. It's very dangerous, and it's probably not going to work out very well. It gives you direction. It gives you guidance. So if you don't have a business model, you don't even know what you're out there selling, to whom, for how much. So it's very unclear. It's very vague, and you're constantly recreating the wheel. So what a business model, why you need one, and what it will bring you is clarity, direction, and a super solid foundation on which to build your marketing strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think like having clarity is very important in your business. Exactly what are you going, what are you going to do? So, like how to create a profitable business model and be successful in your business. So, what are like the steps, like components of a business model?
Right. Well, what I suggest is if you're handy with an Excel spreadsheet, use that. If not, don't worry, get a piece of paper and a pencil and a calculator. And what you want to do is, again, think about what are the problems that your clients face and what are the possible solutions, and then how can you package those in a way that your clients want. And then you have to think about pricing, and then you have to think about the number of clients for each of these different programs and services. These are your different revenue streams. And if you use an Excel spreadsheet, what's really fun is you can just play with the numbers and say, well, what if I put 5 people in this group instead of 10? Or what if I raise the price by 20%? And you can see how everything changes and shifts. And another great thing about using a spreadsheet is, the one I have, I've got a template I can share with your audience, is that I include a way to see how profitable each revenue stream is, so that you plug in how much time you're spending, so that you can see, oh my goodness, this particular revenue stream has a really low profitability, return on investment, ROI, and this other one, wow, it's got a great one. I should focus more on that. So it gives you an indication about how much time you're spending, because that's another issue where small business owners sometimes aren't paying attention, and they really don't even realize that they're pouring their souls and their time and energy into something that's actually not very profitable.
Yeah, so it's actually quite simple. So it's like about being clear about what your clients want, and how can you package your expertise, and then putting everything on the Excel. Yeah.
Yes, it is quite simple. And where people get stuck is like trying to actually create the packages and then deciding on the pricing. That can be a struggle, and it doesn't have to be, because everything we're doing is, I always say, a big experiment. You just have to try it and, stay in touch with your audience, talk with them, get feedback about what they want. But then you have to just experiment and try something and see if people want it, and know that you can always tweak it, update it, change it, replace it.
Yes. So if you can like say us more about how to create a package or an offer
Sure.
for a client. Yeah.
Well, what's really important, and I just touched upon this, is that don't do it in isolation. Don't just sit down and dream up something. This is what I think my clients want. You could be right and you could be absolutely wrong. What's super important when you're thinking about how to create something that your clients will want is to actually have engagement and communication with them. So that could be with telephone calls or with a survey, or you could email them, but you have to talk with them and find out, is this something you would be interested in? Is this a problem you're having? And is this the way you'd like it to be solved? So whatever you create it not in a vacuum, create it with the people in mind. And from there, you just have to test it out. And again, small changes or iterations will help you improve it over time. People get paralyzed because they're afraid to start, but you just need to begin and then pay attention to what's working, listen to your clients, and then adjust as necessary.
And what about pricing? Because this is also like a challenge at the beginning when you are starting out, or when you are creating something new, because you don't know exactly how to price, what will be the best price for this package or this offer. So how to do that?
Yes, pricing brings up a lot of terror issues for people. It can be really frustrating and overwhelming. And what I say is, it's always good to know what's happening around you, so you can look at other people in your industry, look at what they're doing, but don't take that as your guiding light. Just have an idea of where you sit in the market. I mean, you can be Walmart or you can be Tiffany's, and there's a lot of space in between there. I don't suggest that you try to be the cheapest. You'll never. I don't think you'll be happy with a business based on price only. And most of the people that we're talking with, not all of them though, are in service-based businesses. But even if you're in a product-based business, you don't want to be the cheapest one, in my opinion. So what you want to do is focus on the value that you deliver for your clients to help you set your pricing. What will happen for them when they use your products or services? What will change in their lives? And what is that worth to them? And that will help you move forward with pricing. And know that you can always increase your prices over time. You can change your pricing. You can change the construction of your revenue streams. You have to be comfortable and confident about your pricing. When you're not comfortable about it, other people won't be confident about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I think, as you said, it's about testing and tweaking. So you can try like different prices for your product or offer, and then see which one is the best one, and then you can increase it or you can change it through the time.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because it's your business. That's the beauty of this thing that we're doing. That's wonderful. And it's a struggle, is that it's all yours. You get to be creative. You get to decide. You're the boss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I know that like pricing and packages at the beginning when you are starting out, this is something challenging because you don't know exactly how to package your skills, and also and putting a price on it can be like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Yeah. So let's come back to the business model. So how to like prepare map out a business model for this new year, 2018.
Right. Okay. Well, it's always good to look back. So if you have been in business for a year or 2 or 3 or more, go back and look and analyze and see which of your revenue streams have been the most profitable. Look at which ones you enjoy the most. Think about if there's something new that you want to begin, and start from there. So what's worked, and then what you'd like to change in the future. If you're just starting out with a fresh, clean slate, then you can just think about, okay, start with one offer, maybe 2 at the most. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Remember to focus on your goal of who you're serving and what problem you want to solve for them. The way you do that will evolve over time. So I think it's always good to look back if you have something to look back at, and if not, start fresh with a very minimum offer. And then again, use this Excel spreadsheet to map out your revenue streams and see what your goals are. And then you know how many clients you want, and then you know how many people you have to talk to in order to get those clients, and then you just begin. So it's so much more focused.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like choosing your best offer. You can like looking back and choosing like your best offer and focusing on that.
Yes. And also thinking about, do you love this offer? Do your clients love this offer? Do you want to continue with this offer? Do you want to change it a bit? Do you want to add something to it, take something away? So it's a time for reflection and a time to make sure that you're still inspired in your business. And if there's something new that you want to try, then it's a good thing to try alongside a revenue stream that's already quite successful. If you can go ahead and add another one and test that out. So, and I do find that many people actually are not clear about which of their revenue streams are most profitable. So it's really important to have a look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So how often should we like review or change our business model? Like every month or 6 months, or like once per year, maybe?
Well, I think it's worth looking at every quarter because, things change very quickly. It doesn't mean you need to, if things are not working well or they're not happening after 3 months, it doesn't mean change everything, because things do need time to evolve and work. So I wouldn't change. I would give anything you're trying out 6 months before you change it. Mm-hmm. But if you at least review it every quarter, you can track the progress, and it keeps you close to your goals, and it keeps you clear about what it is you're trying to achieve. Because as you know, this day-to-day stuff, you can get overwhelmed and just kind of lose the plot and forget why you're doing what you're doing. So it's a good way. A quarterly review helps you stay connected to your vision and your why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's a good idea to review like your business model, and also like looking at your goals. And what is working and what is not working in your business, and then changing it or improving.
Yes.
Yeah. So what to do, for example, if our business model is not working, or the offer that we have is not working? How to change it, or how to improve it, for example?
Great question. And again, this goes back to staying in touch with the people you're serving. So if something's not working, you've had it out there 6 months, it can be so many different factors. Have you been promoting it? I mean, it could literally be the fact that no one even knows about it if you haven't been actively promoting it. So that could be it. There could be nothing wrong with your offer, and that you simply need to make sure more people know about it. It could be that, okay, you can see that you've done a lot of promotion in your newsletter or other ways, you've been speaking about it, and still no one's interested. Then I would actually talk with some people and say, listen, this is my offer. What do you think about it? Where do you see problems? So you could do that one-on-one or in a survey. It's just so important as business owners that you're in a constant communication, dialogue, interaction with the people you're serving, so that you know what they want and you can adjust it as they go. So it could be something about the timing of the program. So maybe people say, oh, yes, I love the idea of it. It's just that time doesn't work for me, or that's too many times to meet. So with small tweaks, you can turn it into something that people love.
Yeah, I think this is very important, like doing this small changes, because sometimes when we see, for example, that we are not getting results in our with our offers, we can get like upset, and we can give up. But it's actually asking questions, and as you said, being in touch and engaged with your community, and then changing or asking for help. For example.
Yes. That is, you've just brought up such an important point. We do take it personally. We think, okay, my offer's horrible. People don't like me. I'm going to throw it in the trash because it's a disaster. So it's so important in business as a business owner to not take things personally. I know it's hard, but if you just can take some steps back, take some distance, and like you said, ask questions instead of just assuming it's wrong, and find out where it's not working. That's so much better than taking it personally and then just giving up or getting paralyzed. So, take a deep breath and then just decide, okay, think of yourself as an investigator. You're going to find out what didn't go right, and just ask a lot of really good questions and then change it so that it's improved.
Yeah, and I think also sometimes we have to ask like ourselves if we are like excited about this offer, if we are going to buy it, if this is something like for us. Because if you are not excited like about selling something or about your product, it's difficult that someone else will buy it from you.
That's true too. Yeah, there definitely you have to see the value and be inspired by it and excited, and like you said, excited and passionate about talking about it, saying, listen, I have this thing, I made it for people like you. What do you think? If you're just like, oh, here's my thing, and it seems like you don't care, right? You're right. No one else is going to care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yes, because sometimes like talking about business planning and also business model, sometimes this activity can be like boring. For example, I remember when I was starting like my business, like preparing a business plan or business model, I was asking myself, but why do I need that? It's a so boring activity. But actually it's very important in our business. So how to make this like more, I don't know, more exciting.
Yeah, that's a good one. And it does sound very boring and stodgy and, accounting like business model. Oh, so serious. And you can really make it fun. Like I said, an Excel spreadsheet makes it easy. You can also get out colored pens, crayons, big poster board. You can use sticky notes and put different revenue streams on those and play with those. You can just, I would say, set aside some time, and you can even go away to a park or to a cafe, or take yourself out of your normal working space, set aside a few hours of time, and make it a planned event where you're going to examine and remodel, redesign, refresh your business model. And what's so exciting about it is that beyond the components of how you're going to help people with these different programs, products, and services, and thinking about the results your clients will get, you also see what's possible for you financially. I mean, we're not doing this only for the fun. It is a lot of fun, and we enjoy our work, and we find it meaningful, and we're doing it to make a profit so that we can continue to do this work. So I think connecting to all the aspects of it, the service you're bringing to your clients, and also the financial, and seeing the different possibilities, and the fact that you can create this from scratch. It's so much fun.
Yeah, yes, and as we said during this interview, so it will give you like clarity about what you can achieve in your business, and what are like your goals, and what you can do for yourself and for your clients. So and also like using creativity, as you said.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's super important. If you don't have this foundation of this business model, you don't know which clients you need and how many of them you need. So then your marketing is starting out on a shaky ground. You have no idea how many people you need to talk to, what kind of people you need to talk to. So then you would just end up spinning your wheels and then getting frustrated, which, you know, it's already hard enough. Let's not make it harder. So know that before you begin with your marketing, this business model is the very first, most important step.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like a map for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great metaphor. So look at it as an adventure. Like if for anyone that's listening that loves to travel, which I do, and I know you do too, it's a treasure map. It's a fun map to see where you want to take your business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you very much, Stephanie, for sharing all your tips and being with us today. So tell us, where can we find more information about you? And sorry, yeah, and I also know that you have a free gift for us. Yeah.
Oh yes. If you go to fireflycoaching.com, that's my website, you will find that you can download my free special report called 7 Steps to Attract More Clients in Less Time. And that comes with a newsletter with tips, marketing tips and business tips. And you can also find me on social media as fireflycoaching.com on Twitter, Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook. And if anyone has any questions, you feel free to email me at stephanie@fireflycoaching.com.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your fantastic gift with us.
My pleasure, Dominika.
Thank you very much for listening, and let us know what are your thoughts about creating a business model. And if you like this podcast, please share it with your friends, and I will be back soon with another fantastic guest. Thank you very much and goodbye.